guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and this is B.fleye Beauty, and today I wanted to take you guys through my huge, well, in my world, a huge wish list from ULTA. The other day I went through every brand and thought, if I could get anything from this brand, what would it be? Is there something that I've been really wanting to try? Something that I really love but I want to try in a different color? A brand I really love, but maybe they have a new launch that I've been waiting for, and I just added it all to my cart. It's only around $300. I say only because if you watch YouTube a lot, $300 really isn't that much. It's a lot for me. And I thought, you know what? When I sell my next house, I'm gonna get everything in this cart, but I wanted to share it with you first, talk through it. Let me know if you've tried something that's on this list that you're like, Sarah, don't do it. It's not made for you, or it's patchy, or it's whatever, or maybe there's something from ULTA that you think I need to add to my list. Hey, 10 years later, here we go. Thankfully, we can edit videos. All right, so the first thing is the newest. I apparently missed a Natasha Denona face palette, so I might go ahead and look at that as well. I definitely want to touch these in person, but this one, I mean, there's really no question. I'm pretty freaking sure I'm getting this. This is the Berry Pop Cheek Trio. This is her cream blush that I think is like the very powdery finish. I've seen some reviews on it. It's definitely more pink once you put it to the skin than it is red. I would love for it to have been red, but it isn't. And then you have the cream base. It's the more glowy one. And then you have the powder highlighter. Yeah, purchase. Look at this. Look at this. Look at it. Look at that. Ugh. Now, interestingly enough, I have not really been using any highlighter. I put some on today, but I don't really reach for highlighter. However, I do love a blush topper that is shiny, like a Natasha Denona. I mean, this is really shiny, and it's really interesting because the beauty trends is kind of going away from super shiny faces. I just love the Natasha Denona face palettes. They really stay on my skin, especially being someone who's super oily. It's pretty fabulous to have something, especially a cream product, stay. There's something about her formulas. They're a little bit drier when it comes to the creams. And then when you layer, that also helps things to stay a little bit more. So that's number one. Number two, I've been really late to the game. I've kind of stopped watching, and I think I have a routine for this, is where the beginning of the year, the first 3 to 6 months, I binge watch beauty videos and get excited about new launches and things that I've missed. The second half of the year, so I go through all these purchases and then I get tired of it, and then the second half of the year I don't buy anything. So I have missed a lot of really cool launches and things that have happened the past couple of years, and one of them is the Milani Fruit Fetish Lip Oil, and I thought I would get a lighter, like corally pink to start. And then at first I had like a bunch in my cart, and I was like, what if I don't even like the formula? What if I don't love it like everybody else loves it? There's no need to buy 4 colors at once. So I'm getting one, and I'm going to get the color Strawberry Melon. I recently got some lip stains for Christmas, the little ones that I talked about from Amazon. And I think this would be a beautiful topper, especially since glossy lips are back. And it is something that I reach for when I'm not really doing much makeup, is a beautiful gloss. So this lip oil I think is going to be really beautiful. Let me know if you've tried it. I do also want to get like the dark brown one to kind of change the lip stains. Another one that I totally missed. Now, I used to use the Essence, I still have some Essence blushes. They've been favorites for the past couple years, especially for winter and fall. But I used to use the baked highlighter when it was all the rage, and I haven't really tried the baked blushes, and I really wanted to get a new Hourglass blush. Their bright pink is one of my favorite pinks ever. There's something about that formula that also really stays super well on my skin, being aged and oily. And this is comparable. I don't know that it's 100% dupe. I haven't tried it. I think it's just something similar. I can't really speak to it because I haven't used it. I'm going to get Berry Cheeks, which is a light cranberry color. Now they say that this is more for deeper skin tones. However, I think for me, with a lighter hand, it would be fine, especially because I like a bolder blush, clearly, as you can see from my face. And I think the super light pink actually would be too light, like you would barely see it. And I don't think that that light of a pink would be buildable enough. So I am gonna try that deeper berry, and hopefully a lighter touch will be the kind of pink that I'm looking for. Again, if you've tried it, let me know if you think it's comparable to the Hourglass, because I really wanted, honestly, I really wanted the Holiday Hourglass. I think the only one that they really have left is the Snake one, which is the darkest, which honestly is more my style, but I don't think I could use the powders because they'd be too dark, like the setting powders and highlighters. But the color, like the bronze and all that, I think would be more my jam, but I'm not gonna get it. It's $100, and I think I'm gonna wait for now, because I'm just not sure that I'm gonna use every color in it. This would be, both of these here would be repurchases, which is the Andalou Naturals Brightening Pumpkin Honey Glycolic Mask. Now this, I really, really love. I think it is comparable to the Ordinary, like the bloody looking BHA, AHA mask that you're supposed to keep on for like 3 to 5 minutes or so. This one, it burns, but then it goes away after like 30 seconds. The Ordinary one, it's weirdly harder and harder for me to keep it on more than a couple minutes, and this one I can keep on longer, and I think it's just as good. Only a few more dollars than the other one, $15.99. I mean, that's pretty great, but it does the same thing. Okay, it's more of a repurchase for me, because I tried it when it was on sale and I freaking loved it. I'm not going to go over the CeraVe. I don't know if I'm going to hit the sale, but right now it's buy one, get one 40% off. And it's basically the ultralight moisturizing SPF lotion for day. SPF 30, buy one, get one 40% off. Yes, please. That's in my cart right now. I honestly just need to get one of those anyway. So I'll be picking that up really soon. I'm not going to be waiting till I sell my next house to get SPF. Like, you need to be wearing that every day, and I've run out. So we're just gonna not do like a close-up of that because I talk about it all the time. All right, here's the thing. When I started wearing actives on my skin, I had so many bloody compliments, and Drunk Elephant is where I started. Now, do you have to use Drunk Elephant to get that look? No. I have tried, I think that vitamin C, you do not need to get the Drunk Elephant, but I've tried some other glycolic acid serums, and I just haven't been super impressed. I'm not sure if it's like my skin is already used to it and it's already done its job and I'm just maintaining now, or if they're just not as good. So I would like to pick this up again. It's 10% AHA, which is better for me to use at night, and 1% BHA. I already use a BHA in the morning, and that's the Paula's Choice, but I think that this is really going to help the new things on my skin that have not gone away. I tried medication for it, and it's just not for me. The medication is not for me. But basically, there are bumps on the skin that are not acne, and they don't ever go away. But I started using my Ordinary AHA toner a lot more often, and it's already making a difference. So I want to go back to using a serum that I know I loved and just compare it and see if it's worth the $90 still for me. I just haven't used it in so long, and I haven't used a glycolic acid serum in a long time. I think the last one I used was Good Molecules, and it was okay. I just don't know, again, I don't know if it's just like the glycolic acid by Good Molecules wasn't as good, or if my skin is just used to it. So I want to try the more expensive one again, because I know my skin liked it, and see if that makes a difference. All right, I am jumping on the train, the Natasha Denona Concealer, High Glam Concealer. All I've heard from like all skin types is I need to be purchasing this. So I have N3 Fairlight Neutral in my cart, but I have the Oh, I guess I don't have, I thought I had the sample. I don't have a sample. Anyway, I'm just gonna go for it. I've heard mixed reviews for my skin type. I'm just gonna try it. It can be returned if I don't like it. That's not my goal to return things, but God forbid it sucks. I'll bring it back or just, you know, re-gift it to somebody. If you've tried this and you have more oily skin, please let me know, because the weird reviews that I've seen have been more for the oily skin people. So we're gonna try it. I was gonna try the Kosas, but I think I'm just gonna try this because there was more good reviews about this. And the Kosas concealer, people with neutral to pink skin tones have a harder time finding a color. And I don't think there's been that much of a problem with the Natasha Denona. So I'm gonna go with that one first. $30 for a concealer, it's a lot for me. I did just buy the IT Cosmetics, the full concealer that I really, really love, and that was 20 something. So we're just gonna go for the $30 one and just see, is it worth the money? Is it freaking worth it or not? All right, those are my save for laters. We'll go through those as well. All right, I started watching a new YouTuber. I'll put her name here because all of a sudden her name has slipped my mind, which is awful. And she raves about this. I have not heard anybody else. I've not even heard of this, but I do love Tarte, and I have friends in the makeup business who love the Tarte foundation. This is a different foundation. This is the Tape Cloud. So the way she described this was, it was like a lighter, less cakey version of the IT Cosmetics CC Cream, which I actually love, which is weird because I don't like thicker, full coverage kind of things for the base of my skin. I will be trying, because I had a different color in my cart, and then, get off of there. Had a different color in my cart, and then I went and played with some things in person, and they did have this in person. So I'm getting 16N Fair Light Neutral. It's a balance of warm and cool. I originally had the one a little bit darker in my cart, and when I tried it in person, it was too dark. And this is the smaller version, I guess, not sample size, but it's a third of an ounce, $16. Pretty expensive, but I don't want to buy a big one because I don't wear foundation all the time, and I wear concealer all the time. So like the Natasha Denona concealer, I feel like I might as well just get a big one, might as well just go for it, pay the $30, it'll last me a long time. And then if I love this Tarte stuff, might be something I could buy for my kit, might be something that I could recommend to others with my skin type, and it might be something I might want to purchase in the big size later. But if I can buy a smaller size to start, definitely worth that. Always, especially if they have your color. So I have this, and this is the Thick It, Stick It. It's the NYX Professional Makeup Thick It, Stick It Thickening Brow Mascara. This is one of my favorite brow products to like fluff up my brows. And this Essence one looks really similar, looks interesting. I'm getting ash brown because though the lighter tone is probably more realistic for my hair color, I like my brows to be darker. As you can tell, I don't have anything in my brows. I just dye them dark brown. So I'm gonna get the ash brown. It looks very similar. $5, can't beat it. Hopefully it'll be similar, but like NYX isn't super expensive. It might be maybe double that price, but still affordable drugstore. Just want to have some options, try something new. We'll see. Not a lot keeps my brows up, so if it really keeps them in place, it's something I really love. We'll see how it goes. All right, a few more pieces here. All right, so as a trained makeup artist, like I went to school for that, I know about the light pink under the eye, how beautiful that can look, how it can make it very blurred under the eye, which is what we all want, right? We want that blurred effect. I don't want to spend a lot of money. I've heard that there's like Jones Road has a pink under eye setting powder. I'm going to try the e.l.f. one, Halo Glow setting powder. It's a light pink. I think it's a lighter pink than the Jones Road, which is fine by me because I think too dark of a pink with my fair skin might be weird. We'll see. I haven't seen the Jones Road one in person, but I'm gonna get the light pink one of these, and then I got some new powder puffs, the little triangle ones, just so I can press under my eyes. You know, powder cloud velvet matte skin is back in, but I really don't like my whole face to be super dry. And honestly, I talked about this, even the Kosas Cloud powder can sometimes look cakey under my eyes, so I do need to be careful with powder, but on the other hand, I have to set my concealer or everything goes away because of my oily skin. So we're gonna see how this compares to the Cloud. The Cloud powder by Kosas is super light. I'm hoping that this is also super light because like I said, even the Cloud can sometimes look cakey under my eye. I do have to be super careful. All right, Juvia's Place, a couple of blushes. These are the last two things in my cart, and then we'll go through my save for later. Juvia's Place Blush Duo. I touched these in person. These are insanely pigmented. These are not for my skin tone, and I do not care. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Volume 5 is the color, and this is like a deep, insanely pigmented coral. Look at these. They're both powders. So Patrick Ta has something similar where it's one cream, one powder. These are both powders, one light, one dark. I was looking at the pink one, but I really think that I have a lot of these pinky tones, and coral is my really go-to. So like if I was to purchase one of these, what would I grab and use more often? It's the coral. So that's the one I'm gonna stay with. It's a duo, it's huge. I mean, I'm probably never gonna get through this. 18 bucks, not terrible. For a more higher end, it's more like a mix between drugstore and high end, but here's the thing, none of these things are necessary. I don't need any of this, and I don't need to spend money on any of this, but I'm going to because this is my dream purchase. And then her Juvia's Place's Blushed Liquid Blush. This is insanely pigmented in person as well, like insanely. Like this is not something I would put directly on my skin. I barely touched it. I'm gonna get the Soft Tulip. It's a soft light peach. I think this will be, I think it's way more pigmented and way more peach than Hope by, what's her face? Beauty. Selena Gomez. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm purchasing that as well from Sephora, but I want to compare these two. This one is gonna last me a lifetime, 2 lifetimes probably, and probably way more pigmented than I need, but I want to try it. Plus, I could use it in my kit if it's not for me. And then let's look at, so that's everything like in my bag that I want to purchase, truly want to purchase. Then I have some save for laters. I'm not gonna click on these individually. I have the Rosy Posy by Juvia's Place, the liquid blush. That to me is more, just slightly more pink than the one that I have in my cart. Then we have the Milani Baked Blush, like the Luminoso color. That is a cult classic, viral's been around forever. I wanted to try the Dolce Pink. I feel like I used to have it in my stash and I don't anymore, so I think I might want to look at that at the drugstore first, but that's a save for later. The other Milani lip oils, one's in Cherry Lime, that Blackberry Agave, that darker brown. The Persona, that I would love to touch in person first, especially because I'm looking at that for my kit, less for myself. The Redness Relief Azelaic Acid Serum, I don't know. I want to try the AHA first, the Drunk Elephant. I want to get on that again and see what that does for those new bumpies. If it's not doing its job, I'm going to try this because I've heard that this works wonders for acne. And it's not typical acne, but like maybe it'll help those bumps. I just don't want to use more than one new skincare product at a time because then you don't know what's working and what's not and what's affecting your skin and what's not. DHC Deep Cleansing Oil Facial Cleanser. I have another one that I'm using right now, so I'm going to wait for that. Some sunscreen. The Jungle Lights Shadow Palette by Flower Beauty. She has a bunch of these and they look stunning. Stunning. But they're all online. They're 20 bucks a pop though. So that is not a drugstore price in my mind. If I could see it in person, I would love that. Also, I rarely wear eyeshadow. So do I really need to purchase this right now? I don't know. Oh man, this is so beautiful. This is just a pigment balm. It's basically Lip Ice Cheeks. It's the color Nectar in Blood Flower. Ritual de Fill. That's not how you say it. That's just how I'm reading it as an American. The La Roche-Posay Vitamin C. It's 50 bucks. I don't think I'm gonna reach for that right now. I honestly think I'm just gonna get the May Love again because that's one of my holy grails. So that's all I have in my cart. That would equal 300 bucks with free shipping plus tax. So like I said, if you've used any of these things, if you love them, if you're like, don't ever touch that, take that out of your cart, or please add this to your cart, please let me know down below. And I will let you know when I actually purchase this. The only thing I really need to purchase right now, where I'm already low on funds halfway through the month, is going to be my daily moisturizing sunscreen and any other basic things that I use daily. No more fun stuff for the month. So it might be a while before I get this. Again, let me know your recs below and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.